Tuto, I'm sorry, gasped Frog, but I could not.
Show me you're on page 30. We ready? Remember, our goal is to sound smooth. You ready? Start with a title. 3, 2, 1.
America is facing a literacy crisis.
Nationally, in 2022, only 32% of fourth graders were reading at a proficient level.
Research has shown that the ability to read proficiently by the end of the third grade is an important benchmark for a child's development.
The numbers are grim, but it is vital to be clear. While the data are about students, this is not a student problem.
When you're reading, what's the hardest part right now?
I'm not very good at reading.
Arguably the most important thing we can do for our 50 million plus school children across the country is to give them a chance to read at grade level and to do that by third grade.
Anytime a kid struggles in school and they don't get the support, it affects their self-confidence. It affects their ability to believe that they are smart.
I always struggle with big words. Why can't I do this? And then I'll just get distracted.
Currently in OUSD, there's approximately a third of our kids reading at grade level. And we have roughly about 35,000.
I'm going to read this book to you, but you get your own copy. How you doing, Gramps?
Willis always says, "Oh, I'm just fine, son." Gramps replies, "Now go on. The guys are waiting for you."
In OUSD, we didn't have a vision in which we had articulated what we wanted to see for language and literacy instruction. And therefore, our teachers weren't equipped with the tools to really teach kids how to read. In 2021, we adopted EL Education and the SIPS curriculum to emphasize and call out opportunities for our students to build vocabulary, build oral language, be able to lift words off the page, and support students in small groups.
My name is Demaya, and I am in 5th grade.
I would describe Demaya as creative, outgoing, adventurous, just has a lot of time to grow into who she really wants to be.
I paint a lot of flowers because I love flowers.
I call them sketches. When she does it, I'm just amazed at it.
Preview. My name is Jude, and I'm in 1st grade.
Jude is super quiet. I joked earlier in the year, he will be strong and wrong. He will say, I know how to do this. And it was like, no, not yet. But I love that confidence.
This bird has a hooked beak to drink water. What bird am I?
I don't know. What bird are you?
My favorite thing to do is playing soccer. And my favorite book is Dog Man.
Araya is bright and bubbly with a lot of energy. She is very confident in everything she does, even when she's reading and making mistakes. She doesn't get frustrated really with herself.
Fresh. I think I can read more than 5.
Tell me, what's your favorite book? What do you like to read?
Pete the Cat and his brand new white shoes. Because it got the song, I love my white shoes. I love my white shoes. I love my white shoes. I love my white shoes.
You got a nice voice.
I love it. Thank you.
MTSS stands for Multi-Tiered Systems of Support. And it is essential because students need different levels of support.
So Tier 1 is the universal core curricula that everyone receives. In OUSD, we are using the core lessons for EL education. Students are reading complex text around a certain theme or subject, and then they're doing work around seeing a model of writing, and then they're producing their own writing after becoming experts in some subject.
So when you're reading, what's the hardest part right now?
One time I tried to read my Spider-Man book, but it was too much words on it and too much pages.
When I was younger, reading was pretty hard because I couldn't see clearly and I didn't know certain words. I would easily get distracted sometimes.
Tier 2 is strategic grouping in SIPs to help support students who need a little bit more support.
What is it?
The bulk of the focus is around decoding.
Can you read this?
No.
Everybody sound it out.
The students are in smaller groups and they're getting explicit instruction at a level that's similar to other people in their group.
It's farm. And that same AR sound is kind of like when we say car.
All right. She gets distracted easily. So the SIPS instruction is great for her because it's consistent.
Horn. Remember the fork? So we're going to say these two as the same sound.
Being able to stick to a schedule and know that she has so many things to do before her time is up is really important to her because of all that energy.
Sound.
Do you feel like you're getting better at reading?
A little bit.
Frog ran out.
Jude, I think with him, he's noticing that he actually does know how to read now. Before, I think he was relying on hearing someone else say the word and then saying it right after. But now I can catch him being the one that's saying it first.
When I read, it makes me happy.
Why?
When I read hard books, it gets me up to the next level, all the way to 1,000.
We have not seen the needle move as much as we would have liked in terms of proficiency across the past 4 years in which we've made these big shifts.
The COVID pandemic closed the doors for so many students and families to learning.
There's a lot of things around being a kindergarten teacher where you're physically close to them, where you're helping guide how they read words. There's a lot that we missed.
There's a strong correlation between growth in reading and attendance. We came off the pandemic and our attendance was pretty atrocious. So we knew we had to focus on attendance. But our kids that are coming to school are making great growth.
This young man grew 300%. Highest this year on iReady in my class. The highest this year? The highest one. Wonderful. I just get goosebumps every time. Does it feel like you did really good? I'm just so proud.
Also, we are seeing some great growth in the percentage of kids that are meeting their typical growth goals. But it's not reflected yet in the proficiencies, though.
Hello, everybody. How are we doing? Thank y'all for coming. It's nice to see you. What's your name?
Abaya.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Jude.
Jude, nice to meet you. Thank you so much for coming. We have a pretty special book that we want to kind of read together, if you don't mind. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
That sound good?
Today is the coolest day. The Just Chillin' ice cream truck is coming, and Pete can't wait.
literacy is what fuels your advancement in life. And if you're not meeting the requirements at a certain age, it all falls apart.
Oh no! Gus looks so lonely. Can Pete make the time? The school systems have been a reflection of generations of, systemic issues, especially in our adopted home of Oakland.
I didn't even get a thing fees.
I never get one.
You never get one?
I have.
You gotta teach me your ways.
Yeah.
And if you can really get kids just at a baseline of grade appropriate reading levels and allow them to enjoy that part of their educational journey, we hope in the long run that it'll pay off.
Eat, Learn, Play has given us this amazing runway to articulate a multi-year strategy for tiered support. And so Eat, Learn, Play, they're coming in to really support us with making sure that we can get our tutors that training as well as coaching.
We've done a lot of homework to understand what's the highest and best role our foundation can play in helping to make sure that all Oakland students can become strong readers. Tutoring has proven that it's effective, but because it's expensive, it's never been deployed at scale at Oakland schools the way that it's needed.
This past year, our Tier 2 Early Literacy Liberator program placed a tutor at every single elementary school in Oakland Unified School District. And now we have 104 tutors. That is so incredibly exciting.
Having taught a lot of SIPS groups, what often happens is however many kids are in your group, you start to kind of see it cleave, like this kid needs this and these two need this. I wish I could kind of just keep making it smaller.
Now, Eat, Learn, Play has come in with the support to offer to kids one-on-one tutoring if they're showing the need. There was 18 schools this past year that got Tier 3 tutoring.
So we have students who are logging into the computer every day and getting a one-on-one tutoring with the program. It is really meant to be individualized, specific, intensive support for students.
During my one-on-one tutoring, some of the things we worked on was syllables, vowels, and other things. Our two favorite parts, it's when we have to spell the words and when we have to read a passage, because I love spelling words.
My tutor helps me with prefixes. Prepay. I don't know what is that, but if we don't know the word, we just try again, like 24 times, and then we're excellent readers.
The students who kind of get stuck and then rely on just echoing what their peers say, they really need to feel like they're in a safe place, because when they see their peers learning at a faster rate, they start to retract. One of my students this year, the first day they came back from one-on-one tutoring, biggest smile. And I'm like, wow, it just took being comfortable, I guess.
And he worked hard. You got better and better at focusing on the reading.
With Jude, he was hesitant at first. I think to be one-on-one with him was like, oh, someone's watching me the whole time.
Pre-cook, preset.
His reading was in process, but I think one-on-one just helped with his ability to have a connection with reading rather than just in the classroom.
Let's see, it's not a hummingbird because it has a long and thin beak. Hooked beak. I think an eagle.
An eagle? Yes.
Yes! I did it.
I think with Araya, she loves that attention to her reading.
Me, big,
She thrives off praise, so she's doing something right. She's able to hear the response right away, instead of in a big group where she may feel like other people are getting that attention when she's like, but I did it.
Remember last time you told us you like reading books?
Yeah.
Why do you like reading?
Because it made my brain smarter.
It's helped her writing. We do a writing prompt every morning with breakfast.
All right, put your backpacks down, come get breakfast.
She wrote an entire page. I gave her multiple stamps. I'm like, you get more than one stamp because you're writing your thoughts and it's not just one sentence anymore.
Superstar. You get a second stamp with a second sentence.
I recommend this book because it's a good book, because it is mysteries and it is really fun to read.
So you like mysteries? Okay, all right. Sport?
Cheerleading.
Favorite snack?
Chocolate.
Oh, you like chocolate. Favorite
Dr.
drink?
Pepper.
You know who else loves Dr. Pepper?
You.
No, not me. Miss Cox and Miss Bev. They love Dr. Pepper.
We like to walk around.
Demaya was not quite where she wanted to be in terms of her reading instruction. And so really sitting down and letting her know, first of all, what we're doing is closing gaps. This is not a reflection on you. This is what we are here to do. So before you leave 5th grade, we'll be able to close those gaps. And she just really dove into that and really made it her business to be able to do that. And oh my gosh, I ask her on a regular basis, do you understand how smart you've gotten? And she does, and that's the important part.
Everything you learn in school, do you teach those skills to your siblings?
Yes, I'll help my baby brother and my other brother with spelling words, sometimes with their homework when my mom's at work.
Say you are a frog. Are you a frog?
I tell my kids every day, I need you to get your education. I need that. It's very important because I know how I was in school.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years from now? Because you're going on 11, right? So at that point, you'll be 21 years old. So where do you see yourself in college?
Good. And if I was more focused, how I tell them to stay focused and not be a follower and always stay a leader, I feel like they won't fall into my footsteps. They'll get that high school diploma.
Are you excited to graduate?
Yes, because that means I get to go in a new chapter of my story.
Welcome to the Class of 24 promotion. They have worked hard. This year has been the highest growth we've ever seen academically at Burke Culture. And for that, I want to say thank you to all of my teachers, all of my staff, every single person. It was a struggle at first when you first came, but you learned so much, and you're going into middle school.
The advice for the upcoming 5th graders is to never give up on your goals next year.
I want you to, when you get to middle school, first of all, be a good citizen. Listen to your teachers. Just take your time. But I'm going to miss you. I really am. All right, give me a hug. Absolutely. Oh, gonna miss you. Okay.
I believe that our commitment as a district is 4 areas, really. 1, I'm continuing to provide teachers with high quality, culturally relevant materials. 2, the investment of a literacy coach. 3, being able to invest in tutoring at schools is extremely important. And the 4th thing is just making sure that we're attending to our relationship with families to promote a joy for reading.
Demaya Coleman.
Seeing her graduate made me feel like my job was complete. I knew she was gonna walk across that stage. I knew these things, regardless of the challenges that she said she had in school. I'm very proud of her. So, yeah.
I put my stuff in the trunk.
The incredible results from our tutoring pilot gave us the information that we need to make a big bet on this. That's why we made a $25 million commitment over the next 5 years to make sure that nearly 10,000 Oakland students have the one-on-one professional high-dosage tutoring throughout the year that they need to become strong, confident readers.
We're not going to solve this at the national level. I wish we could. We have to solve this at the local level. If we can execute and execute at scale, we can create a model for the nation.
There it is.
Guys.
We've been on this journey for the last 5 years. I think the awareness of the issue is the most important thing. Whether you're a parent, whether you're aunt or uncle, you would just want to encourage them to dig into their literacy journey in a very intentional way.
We, consider Eat, Learn, Play as a dot connector. And so for me, it's just making sure that you use your voice to spread awareness on what's going on so that we can truly make the change.